I know it sounds crazy, but we woke up this morning and we saw that Donald Trump, the incoming president of the United States, launched a meme coin. And it's not just any meme coin. As you can see, this meme coin went to a market cap of $30 billion overnight. And it made generational wealth for a lot of people. In fact, I know personally about 5 or 6 people that have made wealth that I can only call generational wealth. That's the amount of money that they've actually made. I'm actually going to show you exactly how they made the money. And while I think that there is still a lot of money to be made on Trump coin itself, I'll tell you one thing. I think there's a lot of money to be made, ironically, not by actually buying Trump coin, but because of Trump coin. And that's what I want to show you. I want to show you where I think the upside of Trump coin is going to be, but I'm also going to show you where I think you can make a whole lot more money because of Trump coin. That's why I came to you on the weekend, because I think that this opportunity will actually be gone on Monday morning. And so we've got to get this opportunity today. So if that sounds good to you, what I need you to do is destroy the like button, because it's an unscheduled show. We're here on a Saturday. I should be with my kids, but I'm here with you guys. Obliterate the like button. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and let's get this show on the road, because we've got a lot to talk about. I would say that this is probably the coin that has caused the most FOMO that I've seen in this specific cycle. We've had a lot of very, very, very successful launches, but very, very, very few people caught this launch. And those that did actually made life-changing money. I'm going to show you a few people and how they actually caught this launch. I think there's probably a good lesson to be made there. Actually, one of our own team, I'm not going to mention his name. You know exactly who he is. I'm not going to mention his name just because I'm not sure that he wants the IRS of his country knowing exactly how much money he made. But he made, I mean, if I say to you somebody made like 6,000 Solana, is that like generational wealth? That's a lot of money. 6,000 Solana is a lot of money. So he made 6,000 Solana. He made 6,000 Solana. I'm not going to tell you who it is because I don't know. You know why I can't tell you who it is. If he wants, he'll actually tell you who it is. But a lot of people made generational wealth on this Trump token, and we've got to talk about the Trump token because truth is, I think there's still upside, and I said that I think there's still upside. But I don't know if I would be buying it. In fact, I can tell you for sure I wouldn't be buying it. I took a tiny nibble just for fun earlier and I landed up making money, but it was inconsequential kind of money because I really think that the money is there to be made absolutely somewhere else. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today on a Saturday. So listen, if that sounds good to you, good to hang out with you guys. It's nice to be on a Saturday. Actually, also nice to get a break from the kids. I won't lie to you. And so we can sit here and we can basically degen into moves that I mean, this is a simulation. Trump, the incoming president, on Monday morning, on Friday night, he's going to be inaugurated on Monday morning, and on Friday night he launches a meme coin. And a lot of people actually thought that this was actually a scam. And that was why a lot of people didn't actually get in. That's why we had so much FOMO, is that because a lot of people actually thought that this was a scam. I mean, how can the incoming president of the United States launch a meme coin on the Friday night before the inauguration on the Monday morning? I know it sounds absolutely absurd. But the truth is that in time, people actually worked out that it's true. Initially, people thought this was a scam. People thought that Trump's Twitter had been hacked. But the truth is that it wasn't hacked. And the reason why we know that it wasn't hacked is because his Truth Social account also had the same post. And I mean, it's quite unlikely that both his Twitter and his Truth account would actually get hacked. And this is one of the big reasons why a lot of people actually missed out on this trade. You can see on Polymarkets, there was initially the chances that this was a hack were at 54%, but very, very, very quickly, the odds went down to where they are now, which says like there's a 7% chance that this would be hacked. And the reason why people realized it wasn't a hack was, number one, that they saw the posts from Truth Social and Twitter. But then there were other posts on Trump's Twitter account, or his X account. Sorry, I keep calling it Twitter, but it's actually X. Then there were other posts that were actually posted from the Truth Social account. And that's when people actually realized that potentially this is not actually a hack. And then on top of that, when you look at the tokenomics that Trump talks about in his, Trump posted this tweet here, Then you go to the website and you look at the tokenomics, and then you actually look at the distribution, the bubble maps distribution. And that shows you that this token has the correct tokenomics based on what is published on the website. And so then people started to realize that, maybe this is not a hack. And then people actually started to ape. Now, it took a lot of people actually missed this. It was one of those launches where no one believed it. There was a very, very, very small circulating supply. Only 20% of the supply is circulating. The other 80% of the supply is actually held by wallets that we hope actually belong to Trump and the Trump family, right? Because otherwise these guys can dump. Because right now, these wallets are not locked up. The smart contracts don't lock these tokens up. And there is quite an aggressive tokenomics, token release schedule that's actually been going. Anyway, once people realized that this was real, people actually started buying it. And you can see that the amount of money, you have a meme coin that went from 0 to a fully diluted valuation of now $28.8 billion. That puts this, it's under Dogecoin. It's probably half the size of Dogecoin. But let's go actually look at where does it actually put this in terms of, hold on, let's have a look here. Let's see where this ranks on top in terms of all the meme coins. Now remember, this unfortunately only ranks meme coins based on their market cap, not the fully diluted market cap, and it ranks number 4. But I do think it's got a higher, it has got a higher fully diluted market cap than Pepe, and probably I think Shiba Inu as well. Let's have a look here. It has got a much higher fully diluted. So it's now the number 2 meme coin. And ironically, the number 1 and number 2 meme coins are Doge, which is kind of connected to Elon, which is kind of connected to Trump, which is kind of connected to the Department of Government Efficiency. And then you've got Trump coin, which is now trading at this market cap of $28.8 billion. So that is, that's what actually happened. And I want to talk to you about why this is such a huge fuck you. Okay, we've got to talk about why this is such a huge fuck you that Trump happened. So let's actually look at the timing of when this thing actually happened. So you look at when this thing actually launched. It was 4 o'clock in the morning South African time. It means that it was launched about 7 hours before. So it was launched about 7 hours before that in New York, which means that this coin was launched after the SEC closed on the last day of Gary Gensler's reign, right? So imagine Gary Gensler went to work. It was the last day that Gary Gensler went to work at the SEC because remember, he resigned. And on Monday, he's getting replaced by a pro-crypto Paul Atkins, who is he's all amazing. Someone says here, while we were all sleeping. It depends where you live, because some of our hosts were actually up. And even if you were sleeping, I'll actually show you how you could have made money on it. I'll show you how I didn't, but I should have, and now I'm going to. I'm going to do this today. I'm not delaying anymore. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. All right, so it was Gary Gensler's last day at office. Gary Gensler goes to office. It's a normal day. It's the last day. He's feeling all jovial. He's happy. He's shooting ridiculous videos.
We are rolling.
Hi, this is Gary Gensler. Welcome back to Office Hours. Do. I haven't read this, so how long is it?
So anyway, Gary Gensler goes to work. He leaves the SEC for the absolute last time. And as soon as he leaves the SEC for the absolute last time, guess what? Yeah. Donald Trump launches a meme coin. I don't think you could have scripted this better. In fact, you want better scripting? The better scripting is that this was all happening during the crypto bull, right? So Nick, you all know Nick, the crazy dude.
8 billion and nobody here owns it. Not a single person. I don't think he doesn't even own Trump coin. Do you own Trump coin? Adrian Vogel, baby! Oh, what's up, bro? None of them own the token. What? What's the ticket? Trump. Who?
So it was crazy because there was an inauguration ball. There was a crypto inauguration ball, which was organized by David Sachs. And people in the inauguration ball didn't even know that this thing was happening. I mean, the irony is that the Trump family was also at the inauguration ball. And I mean, I'm sure they knew it was happening, if this is a legitimate thing, if it's a legitimate thing. But the truth is that most people didn't actually know exactly what was happening. But I think the timing here is the thing that I like the most. So the reason why I say I like the timing here a lot is because think about this. Like Gary Gensler's last day at office, SEC closes. there is a crypto ball to celebrate this. At the crypto ball, they talk about how the reign of terror against crypto is over.
The reign of terror against crypto is over. And the beginning of innovation in America for crypto has just begun.
So there's some irony here around the timing. I think there's also probably you couldn't have scripted it better. So these guys were very, very, very smart. But I think this is a very symbolic thing that happened. And the reason why I think it's very symbolic is because this was a crypto ball. At the crypto ball, people were talking about how the reign of terror is over. And I made calls this week and I spoke to people close to 𝗙𝗬𝗕𝗥𝗧. And I think that the overwhelmingly strong message that I got was that the administration knows that they are between 4 and 8 years behind in their crypto policy. And they know they need to catch up. And in order to catch up, what they need to do is they need to almost over-accelerate, right? They need to overcompensate, right? And this could be one of those moves to say, you know what? America up until now has been the worst place in the world to launch a token. And now it's about to change. And the real signal that it's about to change is that the incoming president just comes in. And I think that I like the sentiment behind this tweet, because if this is a signal for what is about to happen, we're in for the best 2 to 3 months of our lives. Like I do believe that. And I'm also going to show you on Monday, I'm going to do a show to show you why I think it's the best 2 to 3 months of our lives. But also I'm going to show you why the bull market could actually end at some point this year. I'll show you one of the theories that I actually have. Someone says, smash the like button. Do it, go. Smash it, obliterate it. Here I am on a Saturday bringing you this love. I think, and this is also quite cool. It says, regardless of whether or not you made money on Trump, and a lot of people didn't make money. Now there's the floodgates for American tokens and American teams to launch tokens have opened, and the reign of terror on the United States is actually finished. And I think that that's one of the most bullish things. So I think we're in for a very, 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 very wild ride here. Let's just talk about in terms of the launch, and then we'll talk about how to actually make money out of this thing. So in terms of the launch, this launch was very, very, very good. No influencers. No one even knew about it. I mean, these guys were working with big teams. I mean, they were working with a team at Jupiter. They were working with a team at Meteora, and they did not, and no one actually spoke about this. This is one of those things that never leaked. Usually as influencers, we kind of know what's coming onto the market, and no one had a clue that this was actually happening. They also had very, very, very smart tokenomics. They kept the market cap low so that they could get the price up. So they only released 20% the tokens. Now, you know that when there's a small amount of tokens in circulation, it's easy to push the price up. And then, well, they launched overnight, where I think a lot of people were either on a Friday night, where a lot of people were either sleeping, and where they could get liquidity. And we'll talk about the liquidity in a second. So that's how they did it. I think it was actually quite a smart launch, better than launching 100% fully diluted. And now what you can see is that there's an emission schedule that starts in 4 months to get this to go out and get all the tokens into circulation. So that is how they actually launched the coin. Now I want to talk about the implications of this coin, because what you probably realize is a couple of things. You probably realize when you look at this, you say, holy shit, everything is down. And what this coin has done is this coin has sucked the liquidity out of all the altcoins. Because why? They launched this thing on a Friday. On Friday, there's no institutional players. All the big funds have gone home. They're all gone to their families. And there's only retail investors that can actually trade. And so what happened is they launched this token, and this token sucks out billions and billions and billions of dollars. Thing is, where does that money come from? Because everyone has FOMO. Everyone wants to get into the coin. Where does the money come from? And the money comes from all the other coins. And that's why we're looking at a situation where most of the other coins are down. The one coin that's, of course, not down is Solana. This is the best thing that could have happened to Solana. And the reason why I say this is the best thing that could have happened to Solana is because up until now, Trump, world liberty, everything to do with Trump was all around ETH. And now, all of a sudden, in the same week that we got this strategic reserve announcement, did you see this potential altcoin strategic reserve announcement with American coins? In the same week, the president-elect launches a meme coin, not on the ETH ecosystem, but they went to where the meme coin degens are, and they launched a meme coin for the people. And they did this on Solana. And what that did is it actually gave a validation to Solana. It actually said, you know what, the president actually is, I don't know, indifferent. he may be pro Solana because it's an American coin. But this has been amazing for Solana. You know, the irony is that yesterday, way before this, you can see 4:31 p.m. our time, I posted here that I'm actually buying a whole lot of Solana and Solana-based tokens. Not for this reason, actually. I didn't know about this. But I said I'm buying a whole lot. You can see I said I'm going to buy 𝗕𝗘𝗓, I'm going to buy Radium. You can see all the tokens. I actually listed them over here. And the reason why I did it, we'll talk about in a sec. But it just so happened that Solana actually exploded. Now, if we look at the Solana chart, we're about to go to all-time highs. In fact, if Solana gets to 265, then Solana goes into all-time high. And then we're going to price discovery on Solana. And I mean, Sheldon was tweeting earlier, and I think he said it can go to $600 or $700. Let's quickly just go to Sheldy's account. I actually wish he was on the stream with me. See, he said, yeah, looking to break all-time high and then go to $500 or $600. By the way, I agree with him. It's going to go to $500 or $600. So now what's happened is everyone was complaining about Solana. Remember, I said to you, you've got to have Solana in your portfolios, even though Solana is the winning coin. And so now Solana's staged the most craziest, most impeccable comeback. And so what you have is, the front runners must be very, very, very happy. You have Solana as the token with now the most mindshare. Usually it actually goes Bitcoin and ETH, but now Solana's ripped in terms of mindshare. The one thing that maybe could have given away that people knew about this is you could see people were onboarding money to Solana. So you can see in terms of stablecoin balance, the Solana stablecoin balance is the highest that it's ever been. So that means more people are onboarding onto Solana. Then of course, it's now broken all 24-hour DEX trading volume records. It's crazy. Like the amount of trading, because remember, it's not only people trading into Solana, but also trading out of other meme coins into Solana. Because one of the things that you can see is that the other meme coins were really hit hard. Look at Peanut, look at Dog, look at all the other meme coins were hit hard because the meme coin region said, hold on, we want in. We don't have any money. We can't onboard money. The banks are closed. We're not going to be able to get money. The only way to get money is to sell all our other tokens. And that's exactly what they did. And as I said, this happened on the same week. So you can see Radium, which I called yesterday at $6 for the front runners, is up at $7. You look at Jupiter, because Jupiter helped. Jupiter almost doubled, guys. Jupiter went from 83. Jupiter is a $3 billion protocol, working with the Trump family to actually launch this. And so I think the biggest gainer here is Solana. And I think that this has kicked off a massive Solana season. Solana is back. Solana season is back. And I think it's going to be, for those of you who are in Solana, it's going to be amazing. It is amazing. It's absolutely amazing what's going on here. In terms of other stuff, so let's talk about other stuff. So look here. So what we're looking at is, as I said, the Trump token and the implications sucked the money out of everything else that's not Solana, Trump, Jupiter, Radium, or Solana related. Everything else has been murdered. Here is where I think the opportunity actually lies, right? Here is where I think the opportunity actually lies. Remember when we left you on Friday? There were a whole lot of amazing tokens that you wanted to buy, but the price ran away. Well, now they're all down because you've got this weekend. Because after this weekend, on Monday, people are going to start getting into the market again. You have this weekend to use money to buy these dips. And that's exactly what I've done. Basically, what I've said is, hold on a second. Let's not, I don't want to buy Trump. Yes, there may be upside. You may get a 2x. I don't know. To me, I'm not buying it. The reason why I'm not buying it up, there is still a 7% chance that it's not really linked to Trump. I think that that's a very small chance, but you have to deal with all risks when you're dealing with investing, right? Second thing is, truth is, it's not part of my investment thesis. And I also don't understand the logic behind a sitting president about, what is he raising? He's got 80% of $30 billion. Like, that's $24 billion. Like, why is he doing this? Truth is, so I think you've got to use this as the opportunity to buy all the things that you wanted that ran away from you. Like, I bought AI16Z today. I overpaid a little bit. I paid 97 or 98 and now it's at 96. I bought Griffin. The reason why I bought Griffin is, again, I've been trying to get into Griffin, but it keeps running away from me. And so here, I managed to actually get Griffin. Let's see if we can... Graphane, hold on a second. So here it is, 16% down. I pretty much got in at these prices. And you can see that the sector that took the biggest hit as a result of this was actually the AI agents. And so here, this has created an amazing opportunity for you to buy the AI agents and other things that you wanted to buy where the price actually went up, because this sucks out all the liquidity. Those prices go down. What's going to happen on Monday morning? Everyone's going to go back to work, and they're going to say, hold on a second. Whoa, these prices are looking cheap. I bought some Beam as well. The gaming play. Yeah, I bought some Beam. I paid the same price as this. I'm maybe slightly down. That's cool, because I know on Monday, everyone's going to start coming back. You have a very unique opportunity right now to buy all the tokens that you want to buy before the liquidity comes back into the market, or before the liquidity goes out of Trump coin back into these tokens. And so now what you should be doing is you should be looking for all those tokens that you wanted to buy last week. I wanted to buy AI agents infrastructure. So I was very much into like 𝗦𝗢𝗢, 𝗙𝗘𝗩𝗕𝗥𝗢𝗙, I can see the dev from 𝗙𝗘𝗩𝗕 is actually, wow. Okay, so I want to show you something. I'm just going to show you this. I'm probably not supposed to. Okay, well, look, don't get me into trouble here, but I mean, you can see the dev from 𝗙𝗩𝗓 just sent me this. He's showing me that from next week, everybody will be able to interact with 𝗙𝗩𝗓 using a GPT type interface. So I bought that. I bought Top Hat. That's what I bought. Doesn't matter what like, everyone's got their own watch list. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to buy, but you can see that these tokens have all gone down because the Trump token has actually sucked liquidity from everyone. And so you need to look at, you need to be quick, because by Sunday, this ARB's going to close, and by Monday, the ARB's going to close even more, right? So what I think is, the higher this goes to, if you've missed Trump, the higher Trump goes today, the better you should feel about it. And the reason why you should feel good about it is because it's going to suck out all the liquidity. It's going to give you the buying opportunity into all the other tokens. And then the air is going to come out of Trump and it's going to go back into all the other tokens, right? And when that happens, look at Sol. Sol is absolutely ripping at $253. Look at that. Absolute rip. It's one of my biggest positions. Absolute rip. But you see money starting to come back into Bitcoin now, which means that what I think is going to happen here is I think that this is going to start coming down from the $30 billion valuation. There might still be upside, but then it's going to come down. It's going to go back into all the other tokens. So moral of the story is you have 24 hours to make these moves, because then Asia goes back to work, and then Hong Kong goes back to work, and whatever else. And then we get normality in the market. And then chances are the money goes back into those tokens because everybody actually wants to buy. That's why I came on a Saturday. That's why I thought let's actually do this together on a Saturday. Some other big winners that I think we should talk about because of this Trump token. So one of the big winners, not really reflected in the price, is Hyperliquid. And the reason why I say Hyperliquid was a big winner, this was the first place where the Trump perpetuals were actually listed, whilst the centralized exchanges took much longer, right? So Hyperliquid, good place to trade. Also good place, just shows you the speed that the decentralized exchanges have over the more regulated centralized exchanges. This is one example. There are many others which are going to happen in the future. And so what's going to happen is traders are going to go to Hyperliquid because they know that that's the place to actually, where they can actually end up making the money, right? The biggest loser here, by far, ETH, because up until now, ETH had the president's endorsement. Now it's like, listen, it's any token, and specifically it's American token. So we're talking about, I think this is not good for ETH. ETH just can't catch a break. And to be honest, like I said, get out of ETH, just get into Sol. Yes, ETH may run, but I don't see a world where ETH runs and Sol doesn't run. And now look, you've got Sol up $253. This is amazing. Like, just watching Solana go to $253 after all the conviction that we've had in it has been absolutely amazing. Luke Belmar says, Trump just validated Solana. I'm officially selling all my Ethereum. Just play the game. He's right. We're in the bull market. This is a game. You need to be able to play the game. I did say to you that it was a double whammy for Sol, and that this weekend for the front runners, I actually posted in the front runners, and I said, guys, buy Sol. But the reason why I said buy Sol had nothing to do with this launch. The reason I said buy Sol was actually because 𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗏 and another guy called 𝗕𝗬𝗓, I think his name is. No, yeah, I think his name's 𝗕𝗬𝗓. I think his name is 𝗕𝗬𝗓. Vishal Kankani. They have filed a Solana improvement proposal to reduce the inflation rate of Solana. What does that mean in a nutshell? Right now, Solana is emitting a whole lot of tokens, and they want to go into a slower, more non-fixed, market-dependent reduction. Here, I'll play it for you. You can quickly listen to him.
If you're going to say two things, these are the two things. The first is, I believe that we should use markets to set prices wherever possible. I think markets are the best way to incorporate information, and our proposal does exactly that by allowing the market to set the emissions rate for Sol. The second point that I want you to take away from this is, while inflation is not a cost in the same way that it is as for stock-based compensation in traditional companies, it is a cost psychologically, because people don't like charts that are, down and to the right. If FDV is constant and inflation is high, that chart is going down. And it is a cost because of tax selling, because of the interpretation that some significant subset of network participants have around staking being income. So he wants to reduce the emissions in Sol. Now, if this is passed, the price of Sol is going to go up. And if the price of Sol goes up, then all the tokens on Sol are going to explode. And so there's a big play here around the new inflation schedule of Sol. And that's why I called Solana for frontrunners actually on Friday before this actually happened. So that's the story. I think that, I want to show you how people made life-changing money. And look, to be honest, I didn't. I would have loved to. As I said, I know probably 5-6 people that made a lot of money. I know one at Banter that made generational wealth, 5,000-6,000 Solana in one trade. That's a massive trade. I mean, I think you'll agree with me. But I do want to show you a couple of ways that you could have made money. Number one is, of course, if you were part of frontrunners, and I don't know if to be honest, I don't know if the waiting list is open or closed. Let's just have a look here. Yes, the waiting. So get into this, because this was called the coin was actually called in frontrunners. Get into frontrunners. I don't know if the waiting list is open, but let me say this: for the next 3 days, anyone who signs up, you can be there for a month. If you don't like it, cancel your subscription. I'll give you back your money. It's as simple as that. I do want to talk to you about another way which you should have and could have made money here. So I've often spoken to you guys about Dexcelerate, right? Now, what is Dexcelerate? Dexcelerate is a platform which, let me just connect my wallet so that you guys can see it. Okay, so Dexcelerate is a platform which allows you to be the fastest person in the world to get into calls that are made by specific Telegram groups. And not only that, what it does is actually shows you the Telegram groups that call certain things, right? So you can see, for example, I just want to show you how it works. So it's a decentralized platform, which means that you just connect your wallet into it, you deposit money to secure your slot so the system can trade fast, but that money is always stored in a smart contract which is linked to your wallet, so you never actually give up your money here. Then if you go to, and I'll just quickly walk you through this, so if you go to the scanner over here, and then you go to the channels, and then you search for any channels that call Trump, for example, right? Just going to give you some. In fact, yeah. So you can look at this one. This one definitely called Trump. You can see it here. It's a channel called What Is This? And what you can see is this channel has made 2 calls, Trump and MAGA. Now, you know that this guy is a legend because he's made 2 calls. Both of them are wins. His win ratio is 100% and his returns are 31,000%. Now, here, what you can do is you can actually set up that every time that this guy makes a call, you can trade on that call and you will be the fastest person to actually trade on that call. So now a lot of people that I know were connected to Dexcelerate. They had the calls. They set up a bot on Dexcelerate, which is pretty simple to do. You set up a bot on Dexcelerate and then the bot buys. You can give the bot instructions to buy or sell. Every time this guy makes a call, you want to buy or sell whatever. Or you can copy trade, you can press copy trade, and you can set up exactly what your strategy needs to be. People who did this made generational cash. And to be honest, I didn't. And I've been meaning to set up Dexcelerate to copy trade some Telegram groups that are really good. And again, I just want to show you how easy it is to actually do it. Like you literally you log on to Dexcelerate, you go onto the scanner, you say, I want to scan all the channels. It'll take you to this page over here. Now you can see by who's got the highest win ratio. Like you can see this guy's also quite good. This 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗏𝗓𝗓, and then you can just copy trade him. So he also called Trump. He called Trump he called it at $733 million. This guy called Trump at $608 million. That is how you make life-changing wealth. And this is the fastest platform in the world, and the only one that I know that is non-custodial that you can actually use to do it. So I'm going to do it today. In fact, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, and I'll actually give you guys a live demo on how to do it. In the meantime, if you want to do it, just click here. Just click on here, sign up with this link, set up, and then again, just to show you how simple it actually is. You go here, you go, I mean, you can just go to the terminal itself and you can ape. But when you can create watch lists and you can connect it to your own Telegram over here. For me, what I did was I go to the scanner, I go to the channels, and I look for the best performing channels. Now, just a note here. When you set up, you have to deposit money into your wallet and you have to create what they call a slot. And the reason why you have to create a slot is because this smart contract needs to hold money so that when it snipes, there's actually money to snipe. So go and set up your slot, deposit like $10 just to make sure that you got a slot, and learn how to use the system because it's the fastest and the best automated trading system. Now, what I'm going to do is tomorrow we've got a show. At the end of the show tomorrow, I'm going to bring the guy to show us how to connect it in such a way so that we can catch the next Trump that actually launches, right? That's what we're going to do tomorrow. Also, I don't know if you are following Trump memes, but if you are following Trump memes, let me show you two that I'm paying attention to right now. Look, obviously, everything's been hit because the liquidity has been sucked. But there's one called 𝗙𝗘𝗓𝗓. 𝗙𝗘𝗓𝗓 is on ETH, and it is a meme around a statue. So a Trump statue. Now this is here. You can see Trump actually posted about this. That's the meme. You should probably go and check this one out. I'm looking at all the Trump memes ahead of the elections. So like ahead of the inauguration, because I think people are going to get euphoric. I just don't know what effect this thing is going to have on that. All right, so that is us for today, chaps. Remember also, if you want to trade the actual Trump token and you don't have an account, just go and open an account on Bybit. Use this link over here. You can trade it. You can see here. Let me just see if I can show you how to trade it for those of you who want to see how to trade it. Here we go. See my account. So here, it doesn't matter. You guys, we're all family here. We're all family here. So you just go here. You look for Trump, TRUMP, Trump. And you can see it's trading $33 billion. You can click it on spot or you can click it on the US perpetual. I'm not buying this thing. I'm not selling it this thing. But you can on Bybit. There's a link below if you want to do it. You get the highest sign-up bonuses using our channel. So just go and do it. Otherwise, I will see you guys again tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow there's an AI agent show. Until then, trade well, my friends. And if you appreciate the weekend show, just give us another like.